Welcome back to my channel, and a special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen and this is Jen Clayton Beauty. We do everything beauty and makeup, and that includes testing out new eyeshadow palettes from one of my favorite indie brands. I almost died when I received this palette. It is absolutely stunning and beautiful. Probably my favorite color story from the brand. And that is the brand new Nomad Cosmetics Ireland Wild Atlantic Way palette. First of all, can we just talk about how beautiful this velvet packaging is? Very different for the brand. They've never done a velvet packaging, and I really like it. And I love that they embossed it in gold. It brings in all of the Ireland Irish vibes. Again, it's almost St. Patrick's Day, so this is perfect for this time of year. This palette launches today, March 12th. I'll go ahead and put all of the launch details here on the screen for you. So this is your chance to go and grab it before it's gone. And in fact, I have a discount for Nomad Cosmetics. I will put that down below for you with the link directly to the palette. With my palette came this really beautiful card that talks a little bit about the palette. So while I'm inserting clips of the unicarton, the palette itself, and this amazing, beautiful color story, in addition to swatches, I'm going to let you know what the little card included with the palette says. New Ireland Wild Atlantic Way Intense Color Palette, the destination. Welcome to a meandering coastal journey full of towering cliffs, verdant hills, and tempestuous seas as we adventure along Ireland's Wild Atlantic Way. Stretching from the wind-whipped north to the balmy beauty of the south, this route has sweeping views of untamed lands and unspoiled beaches dotted throughout with calming, colorful villages. Escape, explore, and enjoy this spectacular destination Oscar Wilde described as savage beauty. The palette, verdant wild beauty, a spectrum of Irish greens with soft moss and lush bogs to emerald gems and rich glens, sprinkled with sea blues and neutral touches of limestone, peat, and golden flowering plants. 11 grand mattes and 7 splendid shimmers inspired by the untamed and dramatic beauty of Ireland's west coast. The cause. We're proud to support Irish Wildlife Trust that works to raise awareness of Ireland's rich natural heritage and protect it for future generations. The fact that Nomad always gives back to a cause or to the community is one of the things I love about the brand, but what I love more is their quality. The mattes are always buttery soft and beautiful and easy to blend, and the shimmers are so sparkly and so gorgeous. This palette spoke for itself in the swatches. Absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to put this on my eyes. I'm definitely thinking that I want to do a green look for obvious reasons, and I am going to pop in some blue too, just for some fun, maybe under the lower lash line. And I did also want to point out that this is a great palette for a neutral eye look as well. If you're someone who prefers neutral eyeshadow with a pop of color, you've got some really beautiful neutral shades here, and then you can pop in some green, maybe a little green shimmer on the lid or a green matte on the lower lash line. This palette is beautiful, it's versatile, it's neutral, it's colorful. Like I said, it's one of my favorite color stories that Nomad has released, and I cannot wait to put this on my eyes. So if you're excited, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your bell on, because I upload lots and lots of new videos every single week. Like I said, I'll link the palette down below with release dates, prices, as well as a discount for you. All of the other makeup that I'm wearing today, if you would like to shop my look, discounts to my favorite indie brands and my favorite beauty subscription boxes, and come follow me on TikTok for more beauty and makeup. Let me zoom you in and let's dig into this gorgeous palette from Nomad Cosmetics. So the first thing, as always, I'm going to prime my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. I always use an eyeshadow primer, and this is my go-to. It helps keep my shadow in place and prevents creasing throughout the day. So I'm going to start with this beautiful green matte here called the Wild Rover. Picking that up on a fluffy brush. I am going to tap it off. Nomad Cosmetics mattes are super, super pigmented, so I definitely want to tap it off. And I'm going to pack that, wow. Look at that pigmentation. Holy moly. Okay, Nomad, okay. I'm going to pack that on the inner corner, and I'm going to bring that across about 3/4 of the way over into my crease. And then, as always, I'm going to pop that shade a bit above my crease because I do have slightly hooded eyes and I want to be able to see this stunning matte when my eyes are open. That was one tap into the palette, tapping off the shadow, and I have everything I would ever desire from this matte. Absolutely stunning. That is so pigmented and so beautiful. I really like this green color. It's a grass green, but a shade or two lighter. I really like it. And then for my outer corner to deepen up the look, I'm going to go into this deep green called Taint. I do also have to say that the cute little shamrock and Ireland embossings on the pans are so cute. I love that Nomad disc pan embossing. I'm going to focus this on the outer portion of my eye, and then I am going to bring that over to meet our beautiful green matte. Now this dark green gives me all of the St. Patrick's Day vibes. It's that deep green, kind of has a little bit of a teal undertone. It is so beautiful, and that went on like a dream. And then using that same fluffy brush we used for our first shade, no added shadow, I'm just going to give that a quick blend. Now I do want to show you, see there is some kick up in the pan. So again, just make sure you're tapping your brush off, but kick up means pigmentation, so I'm here for it. I'm going to apply my NYX glitter glue to my lids. Again, along with my MAC paint pot, I use NYX glitter primer or glitter glue every time I do an eye look. Especially being 48, I have a lot of fine lines and ridges on my lids, those good old aging eyelids. So I want to make sure that my shimmer stays in place all day and doesn't crease. And NYX is the best glitter glue. And really the most affordable. I'm going to first pick up the shimmer on my finger. We'll do one shimmer with my finger, one with a brush so we can test application method. So I'm going to start with this shade Slanite, S-L-A with the little dash over the top, N-I-T-E. I'm going to pick that up on my finger. That is so beautiful. She's absolutely stunning, and this has that little bit of a teal base, which is going to pair perfectly with this deep matte in the outer corner. This I'm going to, again, I'm going to focus on the outer 3/4 of my lid. Oh, Nomad, you're killing me with these beautiful mattes and shimmers. Look at how gorgeous that is. Wow, that is so beautiful. And like I said, it looks so nice with that deep dark matte because it brings in, again, that little bit of a teal undertone. And then with a brush, I'm picking up this shimmer here called Dia Do It. I'm going to pick that up on a brush so we can test brush application method. Normally with Nomad, any method works beautifully, but with a brush, I'm going to place that on the inner portion of my lid and then bringing that over to that first shimmer shade. And I'm obsessed with this too. This is such a beautiful green shimmer. It has a little bit of a gold base. That was one tap in. And I do not need to go back into the pan. That is incredible. And for funsies, I'm going to pick up a little bit of the shade Ring of Carrie, which is this beautiful gold shimmer, again, on that brush. And I'm going to pop that right in the middle. Holy moly, so pretty. And it just adds this pop of gold, which again ties in that inner corner shimmer. I'm blown away. Now for my lower lash line, I do want to pop in some blue. I think the blue is going to pair beautifully with the greens and the teal undertones of some of this matte and shimmer. So I'm going to go into the shade Keem Strand, picking that up on a flat kind of packer brush. I'm going to buff that on my lower lash line. Is that shade not gorgeous? Oh my gosh, that is such a beautiful blue. It's a cobalt blue, navy blue hybrid. It's unique and different. A matte I don't have in my collection, which says a lot because, you know, I have hundreds of palettes. That is beautiful. And then I'm going to tap into the blue shimmer Owen Harbor, and I'm going to pick that up and buff that right on top of that blue matte. I love a good shimmery lower lash line, and I think those two are gonna look beautiful together. Oh yeah, that is so pretty. Now I want to put these blues all over my lid. That may be the next eye look. And then lastly, for inner corner highlight, I'm going to use this shade here called Savage Beauty. I'm going to pop that right on the inner corner. Wow. That is insanely beautiful. That is definitely a Savage Beauty. And then last but not least, with that first fluffy brush, clean that off. No shadow. I'm just going to give everything, as always, just a quick blend. I'm loving this. Let me put on some liner and mascara and get my hair into something more presentable for the day, and I'll be back to share my thoughts on Nomad's new Ireland palette. So here's the final look using the Nomad Cosmetics Ireland Wild Atlantic Way palette. First of all, I love my look. I love everything about it. I had zero fallout. I did take a look up close and personal when I was putting my mascara and liner on, and I had no fallout. Like I said, there is some kick up in the pan, but that always indicates pigmentation, so I'm never mad about it. Just tap your brush off if you're worried, or do your eyes before your base. But this palette is everything that I wanted it to be, and really more. I love a good green eyeshadow look. It's one of my favorites, and the greens in here are so beautiful. They're all very, very different. There's a lot of different undertones, a lot of different depths, shades of green, and then I love that they popped in those neutrals for a more neutral look. I love these two blue shades. Absolutely beautiful on the lower lash line. This kind of green gold shimmer right here would be beautiful paired with these green shimmers. It's just a really well-rounded, curated palette, and the formula is the really, really, really good Nomad Cosmetics. I am 100% happy I have this. If this palette disappeared out of my collection, I would 1000% repurchase it, and I can see myself using this a lot. In fact, I'm already thinking of different looks that I can create, neutral looks, looks with the golds, with the greens, this gray, this kind of cool toned gray called Danny Boy would be so beautiful with a neutral look. I just have, my head is spinning with all of the looks with this palette, and that's how I know that it's a good palette and a palette that I will reach for. As a reminder, there is a mirror in the palette as well for travel. I love the packaging. Way to go, Nomad. You are kicking 2024 off right. This palette is stunning. So again, I will link it down below for you with a discount, as well as all of the other makeup that I'm wearing today if you wanted to shop my look, discounts to my favorite beauty boxes and indie brands, and come follow me over on TikTok for more beauty and makeup. I have no words. This is such an incredible palette.